What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today we're gonna be checking out an OLED. This thing is absolutely awesome. I have been living with it for the past couple of weeks, and as always, if at any point during the video you wanna check out this exact same TV that I'm gonna be showing you, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But let's get into it. All right, so this is the Sony Bravia, and it is a very, very nice TV. Now, I typically use really nice TVs. We have a TCL 6 series upstairs, and previously to putting this one here, I had a Hisense UAG, which is a very bright, very premium TV, but it is a QLED TV, as is the one upstairs, and this is an OLED. Now, the gaming performance of an OLED across the board is just better. That's just how it is. And more than just the actual gaming performance, but the image quality. I mean, when you look at this, and it's very hard for it to actually come through on video, but when you look at a TV like this, absolutely totally different. It is instantly, you can tell that the image quality is just a better image. It's hard for me to actually explain that without you guys being here. But another cool feature of OLEDs, come over here, is this is so thin. Look at how thin that is. It was actually a little bit like nerve-wracking setting this up, but look at how thin that is. I mean, absolutely nuts. Thinner than my phone, you know, probably a third of the remote. Just absolutely nuts. I mean, look over here, just the blacks, the dark colors with the whites is really where OLEDs just absolutely look amazing. And then you take that, you put it in game, you couple that with really, really fast response times, and overall just amazing gaming experience, and then you get a really, really amazing experience in game. And OLEDs are just, with TVs, they're just amazing, coupled with the Xbox Series X or the PS5, whatever you guys got, even if you got a Series S. Coupling that with, you got ray tracing in some games, man, it looks awesome. I know an absolutely massive thing with OLEDs and gaming is their response time coupled with their input lag. Now, input lag on OLEDs is typically faster than on LCDs. Now, this is better for gaming because you're gonna have quicker times of response. So the screen is actually going to respond faster. Now, beyond that, response time is actually not input lag, it's actually pixel response time. So how long it takes each individual pixel to then respond on the screen and change. So if it's changed from black to white, how long does it take that to happen? Now with OLEDs, this is almost instantaneous. And because of that almost instantaneous pixel response time, it completely eliminates ghosting. So you won't have any smearing or ghosting. This is huge for gaming. This is where something like a QLED, which is a modified VA panel, will definitely struggle with. This is why OLEDs are such an incredible panel for gaming, because each one of those individual pixels can literally turn off by itself and change so fast. It makes such a fluid gaming experience while also making that contrast ratio unbelievable. Now, another thing to consider when buying an OLED versus an LCD is definitely the refresh rate, especially for gaming. So if you're running a Xbox Series X or S or the PS5, or if you're gonna be running a PC off of this, because I've used my Xbox Series X, S, and a PC with this specific TV, the Sony Bravia, refresh rate is a huge thing to consider. Now, this doesn't have as much of a difference comparing to an LCD, because LCDs can go up to 120 hertz. A lot of them do currently, but if you're gonna wanna be doing high refresh rate gaming, you're gonna need high refresh rate, probably of 120 hertz, and then you're gonna need HDMI 2.1 to then be able to utilize that high refresh rate on any console or PC or whatever you're using to game on. Now, the higher the refresh rate, the faster you're gonna see things happening because it's refreshing the actual screen at a higher hertz. If you're just running a 60 hertz TV, it's only gonna be updating 60 times per second. If you're doing 120 hertz, it's gonna do 120 times per second. So you're definitely gonna have more room in there to actually see different things happening in games, and also 120 hertz just looks super fluid. So again, the huge things that make OLED a fantastic gaming panel is the very low input lag compared to LCDs, the absolutely fantastic contrast ratio, the much faster pixel response time that eliminates ghosting, and the overall quality that an OLED gives you over an LCD. I say this from experience. All right, so even just going through the menu system in Xbox, I mean, the image quality, unbelievable, guys. Really, when you get an OLED, or if you see an OLED, go in store, check out an OLED. And LG, they've just been killing it. I mean, you guys know, if you watch my monitor channel, LG is my favorite monitor manufacturer. TVs, they're just killing it, guys. All right, so here in Battlefield, I mean, look at the blacks. just everything. Gaming on an OLED. And guys, remember, I game on really, really nice TVs. We're not talking cheap TVs. We're talking expensive, really nice TVs, but an OLED is just a different experience entirely. Look at the deep blacks. The contrast ratios are nuts, especially with a game like Battlefield, Rage 2, racing games, especially like Forza Horizon 5 is coming out soon. This is the kind of panel that just makes those games look unbelievable. Now, especially in a game like Forza Horizon 4 that's already so vibrant. Not only are the blacks, the contrast ratio, I talk about that a lot because it's one of the biggest things that an OLED is gonna give you is that amazing contrast ratio. But as you can see, summertime in Forza Horizon 4 gives you amazing vibrancy, fantastic saturation. If what you're looking for is an incredibly vibrant, beautiful viewing experience, I mean, you can see for yourself, it's beautiful. Normal TVs can get really, really pretty. Normal like QLEDs, LCD panels, they look really, really pretty. You can get some really nice ones. This almost makes it 3D. Because of the contrast ratio, the vibrancy, the actual pixels turning off, the physical pixels turning off when it's that deep of a black, makes it have this depth of an image that you just don't get with an LCD. So when in gaming, when you want that immersion, that's absolutely massive. And that's what this panel gives you. That's what the OLEDs give you. All right, now guys, to show off those deep blacks, especially that contrast ratio, we're gonna go in a race that's during the nighttime so you can really see this contrast ratio. You can see here, look at how bright these whites are with the deep blacks, especially this bar across the top. You can see the brightness with the very deep blacks, unbelievable. All right, so let's see here. You can see here, this is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you can really feel like you're there with this panel in the dark like this. So when watching movies in the dark, obviously if you get this panel, it's fantastic for doing everything besides gaming. But gaming, man, you guys know me. I'm into games, I love movies, but games where this thing just really, really accelerates in. Now the quality of this image, especially in the dark. Now I'm using a dark image because it really highlights more of what an OLED can really give you. Switching from a QLED to this, was definitely instantaneously noticeable with the image quality. So guys, if what you're looking for is fantastic gaming performance, unbelievable contrast ratio, the best image quality you can get in a TV with amazing gaming performance, an OLED is absolutely the way to go. And I personally think LG/Sony basically make the best ones out there. I've used a ton of LG monitors and I've really put a lot of my trust into LG. I bought like 10 LG monitors with my own money. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at the brake lights on the water. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, if you guys want to check out this exact same TV, the Sony Bravia, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada. I do got you guys, and international links, forgot to mention that. But yeah, this looks a super tech review. If you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy other videos like this, I do a ton of them, so please consider subscribing below. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.